Welcome back to my news series here on my channel, guys. Thank you so much for the support and love that you showed to the series. A lot of you guys have been commenting and telling me, not just here but on social media, that you really enjoy these videos of me announcing news. So here's another one. This is actually be a really interesting one because, man, if it ends up happening, there is just a huge impact is going to have to the anime community, especially here in the US. So before I continue with these news, though, if you have not done so by now, make sure you subscribe. There'll be a video coming out today on the giveaway, so make sure you do subscribe so you don't miss that video. You guys can get some free merch through that. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Also, guys, if you want to further support my channel, you guys can always follow me on TikTok or on Twitter. Those are the best ways to kind of communicate with me. So anyways, here we go. You guys can see there by the title, Verity, they're doing these news. AT&T asked for at least $1 billion US dollars. Yes, I am not stuttering. I am not missing that number. It's $1 billion for Crunchyroll from multiple buyers. I think the main buyer that they offered it to was Sony. And a lot of people are saying that Crunchyroll, I was actually also offering it for 1.5 billion. In fact, there in the second paragraph it says, technology website, the information reported on Wednesday that AT&T offered to sell Crunchyroll to Sony for 1.5 billion, citing three people familiar with the situation. It is quite a bit of money. And it looks like, if you read the third paragraph, AT&T is doing this mainly because they have a 151 billion debt load. That's a lot of money. They're basically they're running their company with that debt they have. And you know, for a lot of people, I would say most people that watch Crunchyroll, they probably would have never known they were owned by AT&T. That's just kind of a random company to own a anime series or anime website that shows series. It just doesn't sound like a company that should be owning anime like Sony. Now, Sony already is owners of the very well-known Funimation based on the United States. It also owns the Wakanim, Wakanim, based on France, and the Madman Anime Group based in Australia. So Sony already has three companies around the world, France, Australia, and the US, that they release their anime with. Sony doesn't really per se need another one. For example, if you guys forgot, back in 2017, Funimation and Crunchyroll had this great partnership, and Sony ended up buying Funimation for about, according to the article, $143 million dollars in 2017. I'm gonna highlight there right there so you guys can see where I'm getting that information. Funimation ended their sharing or their content sharing partnership with Crunchyroll back in November 2018. This was a big thing. They ended up partnering with Hulu, as you can see there, which is why Hulu and Funimation typically have the same series they're airing, right? So why was this a big deal? Well, for a long time, Funimation was basically the dubbed version of Crunchyroll, and they partnered up in a lot of projects. Now Crunchyroll is dubbing their own things, which, by the way, a lot slower than Funimation. Funimation takes about 2 or 3 weeks. Sometimes they have it a week by week. They'll release the dub version, very close to Japanese time. On the other hand, Crunchyroll typically waits about 5 or 6 weeks, sometimes even 8 weeks, to even start releasing dubbed episodes. So, Crunchyroll not really doing a great job with dubbing. Funimation was really a good partner that they lost that partnership with. It looks like now Crunchyroll is up in air to see who buys it. Um, if Sony ends up buying it, there's different things that could happen, and one of those many things is that Funimation and Crunchyroll might end up teaming up again, once again, after 3 years of them not doing it. Is that good or bad? I think partially it would do good for the community because they would again partner up on stuff where people could watch subbed and dubbed at a very decent time. In the other hand, the whole fact that they're both separate companies works a lot in our favor in the sense that Funimation has been working in the past few seasons so hard to obtain their own exclusive anime licensing, where when a season starts of anime here in the US, you get more of choosing of what you get to watch here in this side of the world. Whereas before, it very much Crunchyroll only got the most subs, and then Funimation ended up with maybe 5 or 4 that they would dub. So I really have enjoyed Funimation being able to sub their own versions as well as have their own licensing on their own. So I don't see Funimation doing so well again if they end the team up with Crunchyroll. I kind of see it like Crunchyroll being Disney, the bigger, better known anime company here in the US, and Funimation being also equally known but not as big, maybe Warner Brothers. And if you combine them, they probably wouldn't do so well. So hopefully they don't end up being bought in by Sony, but maybe by someone else. Now, is that gonna help us or not? I don't know. I feel like whoever ends up buying Crunchyroll is gonna end up wanting more from them, and that's gonna be, on their worker side, a little bit heavy on the load. But for the people that watch stuff through Crunchyroll, they're really gonna enjoy it. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Again, if you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe. Let me know if you have news that I should be reacting to. You can send it to me on Discord or on Twitter. Thank you for your love and support, and guys, like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.